Hey guys, welcome back to Red Floss Station. My name is David, and this is the channel of Floss Soup. It's been a while I haven't been here, but what better way to start with a mid-year WIP Parade? Show you guys what I have done so far. I did had my station bug was gone for a little bit, so I stopped doing videos and what's it called, doing videos and just like stitching in general. So that's the reason why I kind of stopped, but I did some progress I have done since the beginning of the year till now. So I'm going to show you guys that. Also, so the way I'm going to show it is not like like an order. Like I'm going to show you guys first the samplers, and then any other cross stitch patterns, and then I'm going to show you the full coverage ones. Okay. So the first one I'm going to do is. And let me get the tablet out just so I can have it as reference. Just because some titles or some names I don't remember. So I'm going to just have it here just as a reference. Because I know on my Spanish channel I was going back and forth and kind of stopping and going back and replaying again. So hopefully I'll be able to find the names of them right away. Of all the prior, some of them I already know the names. It's just like a refresher. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you guys is the first one that I do not know the name of. Yeah, this is a long done sampler, paving for these times. And I'm going to show you my progress. This is one sampler that my mom also, because my mom also cross stitch, so she's also doing it as well. Okay. So this one, it's a 32 count Lugana. This is a hunted ghost or something hunted. The actual fabric color. And this is the DMC variegated thread 4025. And I'm sorry it's going to go back and forth the brightness of the camera, just because it's been a while I haven't recorded. Says it's not focusing, but it's 4025. 4025, and this is what I have so far. Basically, I already had this done, and the only thing I did was this little section. So it's not much that I did. This is one that my mom started it, so I brought it out when she was working on it, and I worked on it a little bit, but I was not really motivated. But it's really nice. I do hope to finish it someday. Another one I have that I haven't touched really, it's oh, and this one is 1/2. 1/2. This other one is long done sampler as well. This is a opening gambit. So I already had this done, and what I did on the beginning of the year, I started working on the tower, all this section. So that's the only thing I worked on. And this is also a Lugana. I love Lugana, so most of my projects are Lugana 32. Just so I let you guys know. And the floss is 3685 DMC. Yeah, it's not going to focus. I'm not going to even try to do it. I'm just going to be wasting time. But this is another one I started. I just longed on. I love the samplers of Long Dog. So this is one of them that is my favorite as well. Just because I like play chess, and also one of my nephews likes playing chess. So I think it's just that's why I chose that one as like to stitch. Hopefully I'll do it someday and finish it. Another one I did was Jacob by Modern Fork Embroidery. This is, let me see if I have the spool. Yeah, I do. This is oh my gosh, I forgot the name. Zimmerman coverlet by Jacob, Modern Fork Embroidery. This is what I have so far. Basically, most of the things, I think I work on this one and this one. These two motifs, and actually this one too. I think this one I already had it done. But I did work on this on the beginning of the year. I can't tell you exactly when I started it, but I actually had it in another fabric, but it was way too short. I counted wrong. I measured wrong. And I bought another fabric and decided to do it on this kind of light cream color. I can't remember. It's probably like a 32 count mushroom. And the one I'm doing it with is DMC, no, not DMC, sorry, Anchor 1015. On the camera it looks red. Excuse me. And the camera looks red, but it's actually kind of like a brick color, kind of like red and brown. So I'm loving it. I like the tones. I was thinking of doing the bottom motif one color and then the centerpiece in a different color, but I think I'm going to do everything just one color, because I really am liking this the color of the floss. And this is 32 count Lugana, and I'm doing it 1/2. Yeah, 1/2. Okay. And sorry I'm wearing a hat. It's just I shaved myself. I had a moment of craziness and decided to cut my hair. So I'm bold. Another one I started this year, and actually it was in a couple months ago. It was Forget Me Not by by Modern Fork Embroidery. This is a Quaker, and I am, like I said, I'm going to put the picture on the side so you can see the cover of it. And this one, it is a 36 count Lugana 1/2, and I'm using Cranberry Classic Colorworks. It does look like a cranberry color, so. And I don't know why I'm jogging so much. I think that's how it is when you start doing videos. I don't know, because I used to do that before when I was doing it as well. When I used to start, when I was a beginner. Anyways, that's what I have so far. This is one of my favorite. I can't remember the actual fabric color. It's like a really light green with white. And I'm going to see. Because sometimes I do take notes, sometimes I forget to take notes. So, oh, forget me not. Here it is. It's linen, 36 pound linen. And it's, oh my gosh, vellum, color vellum. And it's half a yard. So this one, I have a stitchy friends with that they wanted to start a red sampler. I already had a lot of red samplers, or some of them, but they're all red. So I decided to do a little bit different, and instead of doing a red sampler, I wanted to do a little bit different. So I decided to do a Quaker. And what better way to go and take a look at Jacob's Modern Fork and Burry site. I went there and I fell in love with that one, especially, Forget Me Not. It was something red, so it's kind of in a romantic or that, theme. So I went for it. This other one, it's long down sampler. This is crossword. So the outside is 840. I want to say 814 or 184. It's a purple. It's a purple color, and it's the boxes are the lines of the, what's it called? Oh my gosh. The outline of the boxes is 310 black, and then the red is variegated 115 or 114 variegated. And I was just playing with the colors, so that's why you don't see that much variegation on it, on the reds, is because I was playing with it. I was just taking the darker colors and doing let's say like just the top and then the bottom and then the middle just lighter color. So, and then I don't know, I was just playing with it. So see, here is darker and here is lighter, just because I did it on purpose. The U, you can see only the top part is darker and then the whole bottom is lighter. And that's because I'm playing with the threads. Even though you do a lot of waste on the floss, but if you want your project some way and you already have that idea, go for it, Oh, I have the color here, so let me tell you which one it is. I'm sorry, it's 154. 154. This is my floss cards when we were doing some trades. We were trading cards in my Spanish floss tube channel. So I did my own design where on the back I put my hashtag of my my name, and then the hashtag of the trade, and then the bottom my actual Spanish channel, and on the bottom is like the floss, what kind of, like the project and what kind of floss or what kind of number. So I send those to the ones that want it. I don't have any more to trade. but that was back then when they were doing all this floss drops trade. So it was pretty fun. I got a couple. Actually, I got a lot. It was very fun and getting to know more people. If you want to stay until the end, I did met this well-known floss tuber in my local needle workshop. So I'll let you guys know who it was on the very end of the video. Okay. This other one, it's long done sampler. I just did like a start. I had like this bug of just starting something, and let me look. Let me try to find the name of the chart. Oh, Before I Sleep by London Sampler. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. That's my start. I know it's a little just I think the color is DMC Blanc. I did the back stitch there just because I think I do wanna do it as I go instead of just letting everything until the end, which I have done with my other long down samplers. This is a purple. This is hand-dyed Lugana. So I wanted to do like a theme. You know, it kind of like, if you look at the cover, it's kind of like a Christmassy theme. I want to make it more like in a like a dream or galaxy, like during a dream. You know, like some kind of like a night vision, like you're actually, just the way the title says, Before I Sleep. Have those memories, all that stuff. So I want to make it kind of like a galaxy kind of theme. And I dye my own fabric. You can't really tell because there's a lot of light going through there. There you go. Anyways, I did it kind of like a purple with other colors. I don't know how it was going to turn out. So the thing was, I bought a whole jar. It was half a jar. So I bought two of the same size, white Lugana, and then decided to dye it myself and see which one I like, with two different tones of colors. Even though they were both purple, but one, I want to make it just like a mixture of purples, and the other one have like kind of like reds and some other tones, other colors in there. So that's why I see what it came out. Of those two pieces, this was my favorite for this piece, and yeah, like I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to start another project with that other fabric, but I did like the result of this one for this long gun sampler. So that's my little start. This one is it is a Lugana count, Lugana 32 count, and I'm doing it 1/2. Of course, remember when you're dyeing fabric, it shrinks a little bit. So this is a 32, might be like a 36 by 35, 36. Okay. Now this other one, I did finish it, but like I said, I really leave the end till I leave the backstitch till the end. So this is one of them. I did finish it the beginning of this year in January. So that's why I'm putting it in my WIP Parade for this year. But I did finish it. I just have to do the backstitch. And this is a Long Done Sampers, Castles in the Air. One of my favorites. actually my favorite one. And let me bring it up closer so you guys can see. I think this is better view. I just like that phrase a lot. Dream a little, dream. I can see. Dream a little, dream with me. But if you guys know, London Tamper has a lot of backstage. This is going to be heavy on the bottom part, just because this part has a lot of backstage. And then, oh my god, there's another part that has a lot of backstage, but mainly this one's here. And you guys can see, like, I think the first page and second page on the with the backstage. You guys can see there. I'm trying to get it to focus. There you go. This is a beautiful piece. Look at that flower. Just beautiful. So yeah, this is my favorite, one of my favorite pieces. Long Don Samper, Castles in the Air. This is a 32 count Lugana. This one I did 2/2. This is before I started falling in love with over one floss. Sometimes I do tend to do 36 count 2/2. But on this, there's now I'm seeing that the stitches sit better when you're doing over one with one floss, one thread, sorry. So yeah, let's go on with the other one. The other one is also Long Don Sampler. This is Pandemic. This is with silk, also silk colors. And this one, I'm trying to, this is like a kind of like a gray green color. And I'm thinking of changing that. I might even change the whole thing. I'm thinking maybe just plain white, or like more like a lighter tone of color, because this is one of the Fortnite fabrics that I had from last year when I was a member, and it's like has purple on it. I do like the fabric. Don't get me wrong. I do like the fabric. It's just, I guess I don't see it with the pandemic. So I might restart this this one again for the third time. But I'm crazy, I know. It just, if I don't like it, I don't mind how much I have stitched. I will restart the whole thing again. Because you have to fall in love with the piece. So if you don't fall in love with the piece and you're stitching it in a, I don't know if you have already like a whole page done or 2 pages done, and you still don't feel like you're falling in love with that project, I am going to change my fabric. I am going to change the floss, whatever, to make me feel happy, you know? On the end, because on the end, you want to make sure that you fall in love with it, and not force yourself to actually of doing it, you know. This other one, It's not a sampler, it is a mirabilia. It's Miss Dancing Flower. Focus. Miss Dancing Flower. I'm going to stand up again so I'll make sure that I'm showing it right. So the first thing I wanted to do was the face, just because I want to make sure I'm not good doing backstage. So I want to make sure that that I was doing the face first and do the backstage to see if it will come out right, and then if it did, then I will continue with it. If not, then I was going to just leave it or just cancel this project. But on the end, I did love the results, and I'm better. I'm good. I'm better than I thought I was. I give you props for myself with the backstage, just because I'm not good at it. And this is actually the fabric. Oops. It's hard to see, just that it has that kind of like a green light kind of marble look, and I think it's going to go well with the move, since it's, it has that wave movement like the marble kind of look. It's just the same as Miss Dancing Flower, like if she's dancing. So yeah, that's why I like this fabric. This is a 32 count Lugana, 1/2. 1/2. This other one, I'm falling in love with it. Oops, I just dropped I'm falling in love with it. I just, it wasn't long time ago that I did start this. And this is I'm going to take the cover out, just because it's in the bag, it's with the bag that came with it, just that it's going to have a glare to it. So let me just take just the cover. This is Philadelphia Vine 1755. This is a beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. And this is by the Scarlet House. Yeah, Scarlet House, Philadelphia Vine. Beautiful, beautiful piece. So this one, I saw it on my local needle shop. And the first time I saw it, I fell in love with it, but then I left it there, and then I could not get it out of my head that it was still in my head. Or that sampler, that it was just calling me, and I'm like, okay, enough. Let's go and buy it. So I went there and buy it. I went back so I can buy it. And this is what I have so far. This needle minder is just like a Monstera, I think it is. I just love indoor plants. I'm a collector of indoor plants. But there you go. That's the border. I'm doing the border, and this is a 40 count linen, and I am doing it with the card work, the the colors that are called for. Gloriana and Dinky Dice. Beautiful colors. And it has more colors. It just I can't. Ah! It fell down. Oh my gosh, it dropped. Anyway, those are the colors. Some green, some yellow, some red. Very beautiful. The fabric. The fabric. I did not keep track of the color of the fabric. It's a 40 count, but I can't remember what's the color. It is just like a light brown, like more like a natural color. This next one that I'm going to show you also is one of the ones that I fell in love with. This is a this is one that I blame Sunshine Stitchers, because once I saw Sunshine Stitchers showing the Rosewood Manors samplers or like designs, I fell in love with this house or with this designers, and I'm doing Quaker Diamond. It is asking for the, oh my gosh, what's the color? What's the Badani color? I mean floss, which is like a silk. But I did my own conversion of Glorianas and other kind of another kind of floss, and I don't have it with me, but this is my progress. So here I'm doing, this is like a kind of like a charcoal fabric. It is an Ada, I believe it's a 20 count Ada, and I am using silk floss, but it is my own conversion. And I'm using short threads just so, since Ada is a rough fabric and it can damage the floss, I'm doing short threads, pieces of thread, so I can stitch in it. And I'm using the Magic Threader, which is like a conditioner. I use it first, pass it through the conditioner, and then I stitch on the fabric, just so it won't really damage the floss as I'm stitching. But I am liking my own conversion. So if you can see right here on the, like, this different diamonds, those are all the colors that will go on the pattern. So those are my colors: red, yellow, blue, that kind of blue, yellowish, greenish, white, and more like a variegated red. You can't really see it just because it is in camera, but it has these two reds are the two different reds. I'm liking it. I'm liking how it's turning out. This other one, it's one that I just started. It's a long done sampler, variant of interest. Fell in love with this project when I saw it. So that's my start. I don't really have much done, but just by seeing this section, I'm in love with it. And this is more like a brown coffee it has some spots. It's like how can I say it? It's brown. It's an Ada 20 count 1/1. This is Anchor black. I can't remember the number of that, but it does come like in a spool. It is Anchor and it's the black color. I just have like 3 or 4 spools of it, and I think I'll have enough, or if not, I can go buy more. But this is like a brown kind of, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It does have like different tones of brown. It's just you can't see it on the camera. Okay. Next one I'm going to show you guys. It's One Nation Under God. This is by Twin Peak Primitive. And I am using the Crawford floss. And this is what I have so far. I'm going to stand up again. So I did start it in the middle where it has that the One Nation Under God. And I'm doing the fill-in here. It is a 32 count, but I did dyed it myself. So it's a little bit shorter, and the threads are more tight. You won't be able to see it, but you can see here like it has some spots of different browns. But this one I dyed it myself as well. And I think it asked for the can't remember the floss that it called for. That's what I have so far on this one. I do want to continue working on it because it's one of my favorite patterns, samplers. Right when I saw it, I fell in love with it, and I just been having trouble to start. I remember that I did mess up a lot on my other fabric that I had it on, so I have to buy more floss to because I did waste it a lot on the other one, doing a lot of mistakes. Okay, this other one that I'm going to show you is a London sampler as well. This is Death by Cross Stitch. And this is also a Lugana 32 count, and this is 2/2. So I'm halfway there. It's too long. So I did made a mistake on measuring the fabric, so it is shorter than I thought, but sometimes mistakes, you can make them work. And I'm not going to restart the project again just because I made that big boo-boo, you know. So I'm going to show it closer. This is 2 different colors. This main color, it's color 35, DMC 35, and this one, it's the 154. So some motif I'm doing it with a darker purple. So I did some modifications on this one. This section here, these ones don't belong there. They had different motifs. This one were they had it to go on this side on the bottom. This motif and this motif had it to be here, but I moved them here because the ones that were on the chart, I didn't like them, so I moved this ones here, and then put the dragons here. And then I'm going to continue. Like you guys can see, like I'm still missing like a big chunk there. So what I did was I know I want to what's it called? I want to frame my project, so I want to leave a margin. So I make sure I left a margin, and then like here I make like zigzag, making it seem like it's almost like thread falling apart from the fabric, like almost is like unthreading, or I don't know if you guys know what I'm trying to say. Making it seem that because it's getting old, is falling, is ripping apart. So that's why I made it into zigzag to give it kind of that look. And then I'm just going to fill in here whatever it has to be, and I'll be done. So this is Long Gun Sampler. This is another one of my favorites. I do have trouble working on it now that this is 2/2, and most of my projects now are 1/1 or 2/1. No, 1/2. Sorry. Okay, and last but not least from my samplers, it's Modern Fork and Bury. By Jacob. This one, it's oh my gosh, this falling. Trying to find the other color. Everything fell down. Okay, this is Modern Fork and Bury. This is Fruit of Plenty. This is a sale that started last year. And this is what I have. I'm going to bring it closer. So the colors that I'm using is DMC 3808, and the second one is variegated thread, DMC 4025. And I'm loving it. I'm falling in love. Some changes that I made was that I'm going to stand up again so I can show you guys. This part here, this is like where this darker color is. The variegated has to be stitched on that, and then the tree and all the stars had it to be left without stitching. And I did it the other way around. I decided to do the darker color all around and then fill it in with the variegated thread where it was on the negative space that didn't have to be stitched. I decided to put in the variegated DMC just so it can give it that kind of like you're looking at the stars, like it's dark, like it's night. So that's the only change I made on this one, and I just love it. I just loving the colors. Hopefully I will finish this one this year. Okay, so Now I'm going to show you guys my full coverage ones. Most of them are Heaven and Earth designs. The first one is the Three Little Piggies. I'm going to put the picture here on the side, how it looked like. Now this one I already had it started. I decided to start it with an 20 count Ada. I did a bit of mistake and changed it back to Lugana 25 count 1/1, and this is my new start. It's not going to focus. It has some greens in there, greens and blacks and blues, but that's my start. I did restarted this again because the first time I did it with 20 count Ada, which I didn't feel comfortable doing it, especially like the way I was stitching. It was like wasn't letting me stitch behind the Lowry stand. So I decided just to change it to my comfortable. It is a big project too. That's why it has a lot of fabric, like you guys can see. This one is a 25 count Lugana. Now the other one, it's another Heaven and Earth designs. This one is called Intimate Encounter. This one is also doing it. What's his name? Oh my gosh, what's his name? Matt, I think it's called Matt from NBC Stitcher. And when it came out for the second time that they were going to bring it out again for a limited time, I decided to go and buy it right away because I saw that Matt from NBC Stitcher, he was doing it, and I fell in love with it. So I'm like, if he's doing it, why not? Let me go for it. So that's my start. And this is the top right corner, top left corner. So I don't have that much done. I mean, it is a good progress. It is a 25 count Lugana, and this is more like a gray color, kind of white, off-white color. Just because, like, sometimes you want to use another fabric other than white because of your division or your eye. You don't want to get that tired when you're stitching. Okay, one of the ones that I'm doing more progress on, it's this one. It's another Heaven and Earth design. This is White Buffalo Woman. And this is what I have so far. And those lines that you see there is just because I haven't ironed the actual fabric. And I just have it, right now since I'm working on it, I have it on a Q-snap. But that's how much I have so far. So what I'm deciding, like you guys can see right now, I'm doing the actual diagonal stitches. I'm doing a couple pages and then cutting it and then going again. I just think I'm going to change the method. There's no reason why. It's just I want to do the bottom part, and I'm going to do the parking method going up. So that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to go here, do 10 stitch, going up, and doing it in the parking method instead of diagonal. I love diagonal stitching. I've actually been doing a lot of progress with it. It's just something that I'm getting bored right now doing. So I just want to make a little change. So I'm doing a I'm going to do parking method. Okay, and this one, just to give you more information on this pattern, I'm going to show, this is 25 count Lugana, and I have 11.76% done, and I have 28,004 I'm sorry, 284,175 stitches done, and it's 11.76%. Oh no, sorry. I'm messing up. I have 33,426 done. So I don't have that much done. The other number I gave you was for the whole project. So I only had 33.5 thousand stitches. So I'm there. I mean, it's a big accomplishment, I guess. I'm getting there. One of my favorite Heaven and Earth full coverage pieces. So yeah, another piece that I'm working on, and it's also one of my favorite ones. It's called Artist Kitchen, also by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is 28 count Lugana 1/1, and I'm also doing it full cross. So like you guys can see, here I'm doing the parking method, and that's how I have so far. You can kind of see from far away, like, because if you see it close, if you show it closely, like, you can't see the roof. You know, that white part is part of the roof, but when you back up, you can actually see part of the roof. There's a lot of light right now, so that's why I can't get it to focus. Excuse me. So that's another piece I have, and I'm also loving it. You guys can see right there is you can see kind of like fruits. And this is part of the oh my god, I forgot the word of this thing. Torch? Like a light torch. And that's what I have so far. Right there you can see the part of the roof right here. This is another pattern that I'm in love with. And this other one, it's the Spanish one. It's Virgen de Guadalupe. I know this is kind of like a religious pattern, but I was raised, my parents, you know, I'm a believer of God too, but also my parents made me believe in La Virgen de Guadalupe. So this is a pattern that I'm also doing. My friend was like, I bought this pattern, and you can see I just have the top part, and this is more, I show it more on my Spanish floss tube channel, just because, you know, they're more familiar with this Virgin Mary. I think it's called in English. I do show it more on my Spanish floss tube channel, but it is a WIP for this year, and I just wanted to show it to you guys. If you guys are interested in just seeing the progress, if you guys, you know, are Spanish speakers, or you guys also come in like a Spanish community or whatever, like, and want to keep seeing it on this channel, just let me know. I'll just show it, you know, just so you guys can see the progress. This other one, I'm sorry, and this one also doing a 1/1. This is a 20 count Lugana, and it's kind of like also brown, like a brown marble look. This other one, it's called Smoky Jar. It is called Smoky Jar. This has some blend. Smoky Meditation is called. Has some blended colors that you have to use two different kinds of floss color and blend them together. So far I have done 2045 stitches. Not a lot, but this is what I have. And this is Ada Raw 20 count, 2/1. It is 20 count. I think it is a 20 count. It's 18 or 20. 18 or 20 count. Over 2. 2/1. Because since it's blended colors, I was doing it the parking method, but it's going to be way too much with having blended colors. So I decided to do, and I think it goes this way. Yeah, this is the way it goes. Top left corner. So what I'm doing is I'm doing cross country. So I'm trying to get rid of this couple threads that are hanging, just because I don't want to have that many colors hanging, especially being blended colors. But I do like how it's turning out, just because you can really see that it kind of gives it that smoky look. I can't wait till when it's done. So that's it, you guys. That's all that I have. Hopefully you guys like my my whips. Oh, before I leave, I went to Paradise Stitchers Stitchers Paradise here in Las Vegas. I'm from Vegas, Nevada. So I'm a local floss tuber, or stitcher, you would say. And I went over there because I had it to buy for the project Three Little Piggies, the 25 count Lugana, and buy more thread that I was short or that I didn't have. So I went to get this fabric, and guess what? So I went there. There's a door and there's a window. Next to the window, I see this lady. She looked familiar. She looked at me when I was coming in, and I was like, no, it can't be. So I went in. I'm like, and I was thinking about it. Is this her? Is this really her? No, it can't be. It can't be. So I just focused on what I was doing. I was, taking a look at some patterns and just looking around the store. Usually that's what I do every time I go to that store. It's my favorite needle workshop that I go to. That's my local one, so that's where I go. So I'm like, no, it can't be, but it's still running in my mind. And then I see the daughter coming out from that little room where they sell the fabric and the floss, the DMC floss. And she came out with red curly hair. And I'm like, no, it is definitely them. So I'm like, oh my God. At that time, I was fangirling for reals. I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe they're here. So it was Brenda, Handwork Mania, and Maniac from YouTube, and also Instagram. One of my, floss tubes that I watch all the time when she comes up with a new video. I couldn't believe it. Before going to the store, I was talking to my friend. He's a also stitcher, but he only speaks Spanish, so he doesn't watch English floss tubes. Anyways, I was in the looking at the fabric, and I was like, you won't believe I'm here at the store. I'm looking at some fabric, and here's the well-known floss tuber on the cross stitch world. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I can't believe it. I can, I don't think I'll be able to be brave enough to be like, hey, can we take a picture or, talk to them? And he's like, why not? I just go for it, and I'm kind of shy, I'm kind of shy. So especially when it comes like in person. So I was like, oh my God, no, I can't do it. And then the daughter came in, and she was there in that same room that I was. Mary, aka boss daughter. She was there, and she's like, I love your cologne. Like, it's the one that my husband wears. And then the mom passed by, Brenda. She was like, Armani? And so that kind of gave me like, okay, little bit more of, okay, I can talk to them, because they were nice, they were so nice. I was ready to check out. They were ready to check out. Brenda went to the checkout first. I was behind her, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm going to go for it. So I went there. I said, "Are you a floss tuber?" And she said, "Yeah." So we started talking. We took a picture. I'm going to put the picture here that we took. They were so nice. I'm glad I was able to meet them in person. So if you're one of those people who get to see somebody and you're scared to say hi, just go for it. Because it is nice to meet people that you see on FlossTube, especially in your local needle workshops. So I just want to say thank you guys for making my day that day, and also for taking that picture and just we talk about cross stitch for a little bit, while we were checking out. But it was really nice meeting you, both of you. So thank you guys. I was very excited. When I came out, I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, it was very exciting. So yeah, that's my little story. Me going to the needle workshop, found Handwork Maniac, and also aka Boss Daughter, and it was pretty exciting. So anyways, I hope you guys like it. I know it was a long video. It is a mid-year WIP Parade, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I will keep you guys more updated with more of my progress, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.